Hi and welcome to another interesting video. I'm Successful by name, and in this video tutorial we're going to be talking about LED lamps. Yes, I know I've talked about other type of lamps such as incandescent lamps and other type of lamps, but in this video tutorial we're going to be talking about LED lamps, how it works, how it's built, and actually how it really works inside. We're going to cover all in this video, so do stay to the ending of this video to get great insights and full tutorial. As I said, I'm Successful by name, and let's start. Now, looking up closely right here, I have two bulbs in my hand. I know you're going to be asking me, what are these type of bulb? Well, these are still the same LED lamp. This is just a rechargeable LED lamp, and this is just a direct LED lamp, which need electricity, which need AC power to power it on. And these actually have a battery inside that actually need AC power to power it on and charge the battery. And if there is no electricity, it can actually turn on as so.
No, you guys are actually thinking if I'm actually making a free energy video, but nah, I'll explain.
As you can see right here, I know you're gonna be wondering how does it actually turn on with just my fingers. Yeah, I'm really gonna break a free energy theory because I see a lot of free energy videos making videos where they just put their hand on the two side of the bulb and generate electricity, and they say they actually generated electricity. I just want to let you know that this is all scam. Electricity is not free. You can't get electricity from thin air. There must be a generator to generate it. So now inside this bulb there's actually a lithium battery. Yeah, a lithium cylindrical battery is actually inside this bulb, and if you join these two terminals right here, it's actually going to turn on the battery and you start using the battery. As you can see right here, because my hand is conductive, when I put my finger on the both side of the electrode of the LED, you can see that the bulb actually turn on. And this is actually how they scam you guys in free energy stuff. But we are not talking about free energy in this video, we are talking about LED lamps. So I'm just trying to differentiate the type of LED which I have right here. I have the rechargeable LED and I also have the AC direct LED. Now you're going to be asking me how the LED lamp actually works. Now LED lamp doesn't actually work like a incandescent bulb, which I actually explained in my other video. If you haven't checked that, go check that right here. I explained how incandescent bulb. LED lamps don't actually work like that, and LED lamps are also more 90% efficient than incandescent lamps. Now if you remember in my last video, I actually said that incandescent lamps are less efficient and uses up to 5 to 10% to produce light, and mostly 90 to 95% of its energy is all generated as heat, which is less efficient. But LED lamps are not like that. LED lamps are vice versa. LED lamps are different. LED lamps are efficient, and you should get this in your home if you don't have it. If you have incandescent bulb in your home, you need to throw out those incandescent bulb and you need to get LED lamps because they are more efficient and more durable. As I said in the intro of this video, LED lamps are 90% more efficient and 25 times more lasting than incandescent bulb. Like I said in the other video, my incandescent bulb video, I actually said that incandescent bulb actually lasts for 1,200 to over 2,500 hours, but LED lamps last over 25,000 hours of use time before it actually goes out to actually go out. Now I know you're going to be curious about how does this actually works and how does it actually produce light. You know, I actually explained in my other video, in my incandescent bulb video, that the light is actually produced by the filament. When the filament gets hot and gets very hot and resistance, because of the resistance it gets really hot and it creates light. As I said in my incandescent video, in this LED lamp is actually different. It's not actually any filament inside of the LED lamp. It's just a LED that is actually filled inside, and this is just a cover to just dissolve and spread the light thing to everywhere, as you can see right here. So now you're going to be wondering how does it actually works, how does it actually emit its light. Now this actually works on semiconductor. Yeah, it's built in semiconductor. The LEDs are actually built in semiconductor. They're actually built with semiconductor. So actually there's a battery inside, or if you're talking about this direct AC power supply, you can see the LED actually spread around here. So what you just need to do is just that when electricity flows into the LED, there's actually a circuit board inside of this AC LED lamp right here that actually reduce the voltage to be able to power the LED. Now electricity flows to the semiconductor which the LED is made of, and actually the semiconductor is actually either gallium phosphide or actually gallium nitride. But actually these semiconductors receive this electricity which actually flows through them, and it actually produces the light in the form of photons. Yeah, I know it's kind of confusing if you're not into the electronics field, but you just have to know that this is actually how it works. The semiconductor will receive its power, the semiconductor will receive electricity flows to the semiconductor, and this semiconductor produces light in form of photons. That is the light. This is the visible light you actually see when it's connected to power, as you can see right here. For this one, for instance, actually the battery is actually powering it, so the battery current actually flows to the semiconductor and it produces photons, which is in the form of light in our sea. So as I actually said earlier, talking about the components which are composed inside of this LED lamp, you're going to be asking how does this LED lamp actually, what are the components actually inside. As I said, the AC goes to the LED lamp. The AC does not directly go to the LED lamp. It's going to blow it up. There is actually a static body inside, a fluid component that's going to step down the voltage. That voltage now goes to the LED. Yeah, the AC doesn't directly goes to the LED. There's actually a circuit board, the transformer and stuff like that to reduce the voltage, convert the voltage to DC, because LED lamps actually works on DC voltage. LED lamps don't actually works on AC, so there's actually a DC to DC converter, and there's also a transformer and capacitors and resistors to stabilize the voltage and stuff like that for the LED to be able to receive the voltage and turn on perfectly. So just as I said earlier on how the LED lamps actually works, current flows through the power supply to the mains right here. Current flows to the mains right here, goes to the circuit board. The circuit board step down the voltage. Now the step down voltage goes to the LED lamps, which is actually made with semiconductors. This current flows through the semiconductors, thereby generating light in form of photons. Now these semiconductors are actually made of some kind of gallium nitride or some kind of gallium phosphate. But yeah, thus electricity flows to the semiconductor generate light in form of photons. That is the main idea which you need to know, and how to understand on how these LEDs actually generate light, and actually how you can see them. As I said in the intro of this video, these LEDs are actually efficient, more efficient, 90% efficient, and more than 25,000 hours lasting for it actually wear out, because this actually doesn't last forever, but this actually lasts 25 times or 50 times 50,000 times much better than incandescent bulb. And this is why you should get the LED lamps instead of the incandescent bulb. Incandescent bulb are old discovery and stuff like that. LED lamps are new discovery and more efficient and most used in homes. So I hope you get the full breakdown on how LED lamps actually works, what is inside the LED lamps, how do we actually emit light, what the components are actually inside the LED lamps, and everything. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit the like button and also support me on Patreon for more interesting videos like this. You can join for free. That will be in the link in the description. Also, if you don't understand what I'm actually saying, you're gonna confused on what I'm actually saying, just let me know in the comment section below and I will speak to it immediately as soon as possible. So go and check out my Patreon. You can join for free. That will be in the link in the description. And also, I actually created a campaign on getting a device because having a kind of troubles with this device and editing and stuff like that. So planning on getting a new better device for fast editing and speed editing. So yeah, if you want to support me, that will be also in the link in the description. This kind of a short video, but yeah, this is just a wrap up on how LED lamps actually works, what is actually built up, and how do they actually emit light, and also their efficiency. Also, I'll be making another video, maybe comparing the incandescent bulb and the LED bulb. Maybe make that in the future. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.